Hello everyone, I'm Mithra. Welcome back. It is the settlement phase before the hand shows up. We've got a lot of stuff to go through. A lot of random things are going to happen. We've got like Bone Witch and stuff. So there's a lot of things that could happen. So it's harder to plan out exactly what it is I'm going to do. So it might be a longer settlement event, whereas depending on what we roll for these events again, I'm going to have to think about it then. I've kind of planned everything out, but let's see what happens for these rolls. Now, first things first, I mentioned this last episode where someone died the previous settlement event, and I should have just should have killed someone who hadn't used their reroll yet. So that was the newborn person. So the way it works is that newborn person will get the benefits from the settlement because they were born here. So that will be the person who someone suggested in below that I named someone after the shirt I was wearing, so that's just Patty. So that will be Patty. Will be the person who will be the one who's born in the settlement. Now the other three names that I didn't do were not born in the settlement. Those are people who have, the ink-stained eyes or whatever. They come from, they're like prologue people who come in from the settlement, or who come into the settlement. They're not from the settlement. They're not born here, so they don't get they don't get the born survivor bonus. However, they still get the reroll bonus as they are still part of. Because I just want to confirm this from Survival of the Fittest. I'm pretty sure it says all survivors. I had it right here. I must put it on the top. Yeah. So it just says, it doesn't say they need to be born. It just says once per lifetime, all survivors get a result. So it's just all survivors who were part of the settlement will get it. The current newborn survivors are the ones who get the +1 strength, +1 evasion. So that's what Patty will be getting. However, the other three will still get the reroll. So the +1 strength, +1 evasion will go to the person who should have died. Now the person who did die will then be Tiara. Will be the person who died. She would have died in childbirth anyway. I ended up using her reroll to save her right before that. So we'll just say Tiara dies from the, what was that event? Whatever story event that was. Now, when talking about it, it's hard to not spoil things. Because I could have done, I know I mentioned it in the last intro because it was a comment mentioned from 2 videos ago. But it's hard to just say, well, I'll do that in the settlement phase. Because then, it spoils the fact that I would have beaten the Gorm, right? So that's always hard to deal with. The other thing that's hard to deal with, well, not hard to deal with, but that's something I need to pay attention to for spoilers. But the other thing is, Tiara wasn't a suggested name. Tiara was just a random name that I gave to the original survivors, just so they all had names. So that's another thing. I'll just, since that person was never suggested it to be a name, not suggested by comments, that'll be the person who dies. So Tiara will be the one who dies. She had burned her reroll, so that's fine. So then we've got the other survivors who I will name and everything. I'll do that during the actual settlement phase. But one more thing to go on before we start the settlement phase was, technically the settlement phase hasn't started yet, and as I mentioned in editing, I still have other stuff to do that I always save for the settlement phase. So we actually have Yisa and Lee who are going to age up. We have to handle that. And then on top of that, I'm going to discard the healing potion to get rid of death. So if you can see here, Kenna had it, and you could discard this to ignore a permanent injury. So I'm going to get rid of this so Kenna does no longer death. So we'll archive the healing potion. And then with all that said, we'll go in, we'll start the settlement phase, we'll age up and everything. I'll say who the names of the survivors are, I'll create their sheets, then we'll actually begin. So, let's get started. Settlement phase beginning. Let's, as I said, so we've got Tyson, who is a returning survivor. He just got messed up from the Gorm, so he still counts as a returning survivor. He just ran away from that event. So, he still is here. He didn't die. He just didn't take part in the showdown. So he is returning. But he won't level up. He won't do anything because he didn't gain any hunt XP. Kenna, she's no longer deaf. We can get rid of this. We'll erase that off her thing. So first, we're going to go ahead and do Lee. So as I'm just shifting all our sheets over here, Lee will be the first one. We've got aging. As I said, let me name the survivors. So we've got Patty. That's the new one. I've got survivor sheets here. Now I've only got 2 more suggested names, but there is a third person here. There's actually, all right, there was another name, but so first one's first. We'll handle this one. There was suggested for Bill 2, because Bill died originally way early. He was one of the first starting 4 survivors, but he actually had suggested another name before I just chose Bill, and that was Daryl. So we're going to make that one. That was his name that he actually suggested. So we have Daryl now as one person. Now, the interesting thing here about... No. The next one's Wolf is the next one. That was another suggestion. And then... so the interesting thing with Daryl, this is true. We actually have, as I was counting up, I actually have 2 names that I still had yet to fill in from other people from the original rolling. So Daryl here actually has +1 strength because he would have been from the original 10 that we got to start the entire game off. I had just forgotten to name them, and I didn't include how many slots I had. So there's actually still another female name that I don't have a suggestion for, who is also from those original 10. So we're just going to say that Daryl's been here forever, so he's actually going to have +1 strength because he got it from the hand. So good for him. And then, so he's still got his reroll as well. And then, as I said, we had Wolf, and then we have Eric here. Write this one down. To look over and spell it, so I spell it correctly. It was a precise spelling. So those are the 3. Now that means there's 1 more or 2 more people that we actually have. We actually have a population of 17, only 15 of which are named. So there's still 2 more names I need, but other than that, I'm caught up on all the suggestions I've gotten now. So with all that said, these are all the survivors that are left. Got that out of the way. Now let's roll for Lee here to age up. So Lee will age up. Let me grab the... Lee is becoming age 2 here. So age 2 for Lee is going to be a 5 random fighting arts. So we're romantic now. Okay, so right now you are hearing the editor of me talking, and you're seeing this guy just doing a bunch of nothing. Because actually right now, at this point, this doesn't matter. It's a mistake that I didn't notice right away, but Lee actually has the infinite lives fighting arts, so she can't gain any new fighting arts. So this guy's just talking about a whole bunch of stuff here, but it all doesn't matter. Basically, all that happens right now is it's going to refresh her once-in-a-lifetime reroll. But the reason why I'm just letting this video continue to play, and the reason why I'm just going to continue talking even as editor here, is what actually should have happened that I did forget about, speaking of strained fighting arts, is when the returning survivors come back, that should have triggered Kenna to be a hoarder. Now this would be the 4th time that she was being a hoarder, so this would have actually triggered the a strain at the end of this settlement event, but I forgot. So the strain that gets triggered is actually the material feedback strain. So it's when a survivor archives 4 resources from their hoarding disorder, and will have 1 or 2 resources left over. So she's just going to archive one of those resources. You'll see at the end of the settlement event, you'll see that there's some left. So she'll archive one of those, or and then it is a calm wraps around the anxiously beating heart of the survivor, steadying their grasping hands. The deeply felt sense of security keeps cortical stress levels low. Inheriting the positive chemical feedback between possession and serenity creates a powerful ally in the settlement stores. Permanently add stockist to your fighting art deck. The survivor gains stockist. So as you'll see here, Kenna will go ahead and lose her monster claw style, and she'll go ahead and gain stockist. And as you can see here, here is stockist. You may concentrate. If you do, perform stock shot at the end of your next act. And then stock shot, activate a bow in your gear grid and attack the monster. For this attack, your bow's range and strength are equal to the number of resources in the settlement storage. Limit once per showdown. So all that should have happened. I forgot to do it at the end of the settlement event, but I'm just doing it now, as you see here, as I'm talking about stuff for Lee, which all that stuff doesn't matter. So back to the event. Not great. Okay. And now Yisa. Also, Yisa is going to age 3, actually. Don't know if we'll need the fighting art deck for her. Let's find out what Yisa gets. 9. Age 3 on a 9. Yep, going to get a random fighting art. Okay. Yisa, same situation. She's got her sword mastery now. She's probably done hunting, so, I mean, this... Unless she gets something really cool that will really make me want to try using it, I don't really know if this really matters for her that much. She's got a ton of strength. She's got 1 free fighting art spot, so we will see what happens. As I said, unless I get something super interesting, I don't know if Yisa will be going out and hunting that much more. Maybe 1 or 2 more times. So, bam. She got Monster Claw style. Oh, neat. Okay, this would have been great for Lee, but what can you do? We got a new fighting art, one that hasn't been shown yet. I mean, in either season, that's why I'm talking. It's a new one. So, Defender here, what is it exactly? When a survivor adjacent to you is knocked down, you may spend 1 survival. If you do, they stand and gain +1 survival from your words of encouragement. So that's Defender. But, however, we can get Combo Master, which is pretty good. And then she drew Monster Claw style, which would go with her Acid Palms. I guess I could take Monster Claw style. So she also got Acid Palms. Okay. Let's see. Do I want Monster Claw style? I mean, Yisa's basically Kenna Light at this point. She's actually, if she took Monster Claw style, she's technically a better survivor than Kenna, which is crazy. She's like the same exact thing. It just makes more sense for me to take Combo Master. So I'll take Combo Master for Yisa. That's the best one. Oh, so Combo Master, I know I've shown it before. I've had a lot of people last season. But on a perfect hit, you make an additional attack roll. So Combo Master is neat. Okay, so that's Yisa now. That's everybody, but we still have to keep them here because they're technically our returning survivors. So now we do not have to worry about Gorm Climate this time. We still have to do our settlement event before we do anything else. But good news is we don't really have anything else besides Bone Witch. So let's go with the settlement event first. Settlement event randomly. Gorm Climate is in here. We could get it. I hope we don't get it, which would be just fantastic. Okay. And let's see. 3. So 3 down. Okay. 1, 2. Third card. Glossalia. Why do I always draw this? This sucks. Glossalia really sucks. Let me just read this. I've had Glossalia a lot. So the settlement calls out to the returning survivors in a chorus of unknown tongues. Each survivor in the settlement begins to speak in their own incomprehensible language until all the sounds of the settlement are replaced with never-ending babble. Okay, nominate 1 survivor. Okay, survivor begins. So we're gonna nominate 1 survivor. It doesn't say it has to be a returning survivor. And then we can't do science or education endeavors. So I think I already have someone with Endless Babble because, like I said, I draw this all the time. So I'll just nominate the same person if I already have someone with Endless Babble. I could have sworn someone already had Endless Babble. No, I guess not. Well, we'll pick someone who I don't care or not if they who can't use survival. I have someone who can't use survival anyway. Where is it? Oh, Tiara, she can't use survival, but she's dead now. Forgot to take her out of here. Where's the possessed person? Arwen, yes. So we're nominating Arwen. So Arwen's possessed. She can't use. Tiara's dead, so she can go over there. Okay, I'm not going to gain any endeavors for her death. It's someone who should have died 2 episodes ago. So, okay. So we're nominating Arwen. Okay, and here we go. Nominated survivors' words carry above all the others. As they speak, the others begin to learn their language impossibly fast. The nominated survivor gains +2 understanding and adds the title Father of Words to their name. Settlement may endeavor at sign. Okay, whatever. So she gains +2 understanding. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, that's a good result. What can I do? Normally you get Endless Babble and then you can't encourage. Sure, you get to depart with more survival, or more insanity, but not being able to encourage kind of sucks. So, okay, so that's that. Now we're done with all this. We're starting it. We got Bone Witch to resolve. Grab the thing. Here we go for Bone Witch. So this is devastating here because this is always going to be Kenna. Pretty much always going to be Kenna. There might be other ways to make it not be Kenna, but in this case it is. So this sucks. So we've already had Bone Witch once before, so I don't need to read all this stuff all over again. So pretty much all non-deaf returning survivors, which Kenna is now non-deaf because we had to spend the healing potion at the end of the showdown. So all non-deaf returning survivors gain +3 insanity. The most insane returning survivor, which is going to be Kenna, she's going to have 21 insanity, which no one else here even gets close to. I'll add 3 to everybody here in a second. Is drawn to the Bone Witch and must endeavor at the witch camp. Otherwise, so we're just going to spend Kenna's endeavor right now, so I remember to endeavor here at the Bone Witch. So we roll 1d10. Could have to use a reroll here. Would suck because Kenna could die. Pretty much, we don't want to have to use a reroll. Is all we pretty much want. 6. That's good enough not to use a reroll. The Bone Witch mutters of the alluring embrace of the awaited darkness. Oh, this is the good one. Okay. Her stories stir strange yearnings in your bones. For being a patient listener, she offers to teach you something for the cost of 1 bone resource. If you spend the resource, gain the extra sense fighting art and 3 survival. We will definitely want the extra sense fighting art. For sure. It's a really good fighting art, not just for Kenna, but it's a really good one in general. Let me get it out. Extra sense. We'll spend the bone. But extra sense is really good. Yes, extra sense. There you go. You may dodge 1 additional time per round, which is just amazing. Not to mention, Kenna's also a thrill seeker. So she gains extra survival when she gets it back. And she's currently still using Rawhide. And Mammoth Hunter is not very good. So we're going to get rid of all those. And we're going to get her extra sense. Definitely will. We'll pay bone for that. Yeah, so now we have an extra sense thrill seeker, which is just absolutely amazing. Who can dodge twice. And that's just perfect for it to be on Kenna as well. So, that's the end of Bone Witch now. Oh, I have to pay the bone. So let's pay the bone. Mark off the thing here. So we're now officially in Lantern 13. We're fighting the hand next. Let's go ahead and pay that bone. So, everybody here now is returning survivor. Oh, I have to give everybody 3 insanity. Okay. Oh my gosh. Kenna goes up to 21. Okay. Lee is at 11. Issa's at 10. Tyson is at 9. Now remember, Tyson was a returning survivor. He just ran from the fight. So, now we're all done. Now we're all caught up. Now let's actually look at what we're going to be doing here. So, first thing is first we're going to innovate. I'm going to spend that with Tyson to innovate. We've got our hide, skull, and organ here, and we're going to be paying the dense, or the meaty rib. We'll pay the meaty rib here. So we're paying the meaty rib for extra sense, and now we're paying a skull, an organ, and a hide, all basic, for innovating. And let's draw the innovations. So these are innovations these are ones I pulled out because we already have them. These are the innovations we also already have. Okay. Where is the innovate? This is the innovation deck that we need to draw from. Okay. So we have Symposium. We're going to be drawing an extra, or 3, and choosing 1. What we want is the Gorm innovation would be great. There's 1 Gorm innovation in here. That would be great to get. That's what I really want. Another thing would be, if I don't get the Gorm innovation, would be, what's it called? Now I can't even remember what it's called. Well, I'll know it if I see. Shrine. Because I would like to get infinite lives on a shrine. That would be great. So, 1, pictographs. 2, shrine. There's shrine. 3, face painting. Face painting is also pretty good. Face painting really helps our intimacy. So maybe I should do face painting first before shrine. So, pictographs. Sorry, you were just not going to get... So here's pictographs. Let you run away. Pictographs. We're not doing that. I mean, it would be nice because I can't die with lightning. You could be one of the only times I would ever try to actually run away. But I don't really feel like doing pictographs right now. So, Shrine was the other one. Shrine is the one where you can put a fighting art down. Shrine would be great. Or no, the sculpt... No, not Shrine. Sculpture is the one where I wanted. Shrine is something different. This you could just gain... So it's definitely not Shrine. So we're going to take face painting. I was thinking sculpture. Yes. Face painting. This is good. Mainly for this. You can gain +1 to intimacy rolls. So we can just endeavor there like 3 times whenever we perform intimacy. And then, don't have to worry about it. We can't die. We can save some of our rerolls because we've been rerolling on intimacies a lot. So, face painting is what we will definitely take. So, no consequences for face painting. So we add face painting to the deck. And these go back. That sucked. So, I really wanted the 4th... I really wanted to get all 4 of the Gorm things. But what we still can do is we will spend another endeavor now and special innovate, spending the Gorm brain and a strange resource, which in this case is a fresh acanthus, which is a strange resource. So we're spending the fresh acanthus and the Gorm brain to gain the next Gorm innovation in the line, which is Citronos right here. Okay. And then where's the innovation? This is the innovations. Now we add the 4th one as a consequence. 4th one. You know what else I just realized? I forgot to add Saga into the deck. Saga is something I definitely should have added to the deck. Man, I had it on top here too. So there's Rubido. Now what am I looking for? There was no consequences from what we took. Man, that sucks. Well, that's what you get for not paying attention. Yeah, that's what you get for not paying attention. Could have drawn Saga, but it is what it is. So, I gotta remember to put Saga in there. Okay, so Saga is now in there. I don't think I have family, right? Yeah, I don't have family. Okay, so Saga's in there and Rubidel's in there. Man, that sucked. I would have taken Saga too had I actually had the chance. But, whatever. Okay. So, that's the deck we draw from now on. Right. Let's see what this new one does. It's going to raise our survival limit by 1. So, we're up to 8 survival, which is great. So, survival limit goes up to 8. And you can... A broken severe injury, right? Isn't that what this is? Yeah, 3. Let's see... Returning survivors may remove 1 broken severe injury for 3 and a good roll. We're not going to be doing that. Is there anything I can do? Spend 3 bone to gain... I could spend 4 organs and try to get a Gorm brain at Albedo. Or I can change... Returning survivor could change a negative attribute to a positive attribute. Now... I don't think I have any negative attributes because -1 movement knocks you down from 5 to 4, so it's still a positive attribute. So Albedo will not heal anybody. But highly likely I get the Gorm brain. So 4 organs is quite a bit. I don't think we can't do it. Let me see. How many I can't spend the hardened skull. I don't even have 4 organs. I only have 3 organs. Okay, so we're definitely not going to do that. We're going to save the other stuff to innovate after hand. So we're going to spend 1 more endeavor to do drums with Lee, so she can get back her re-roll from... Oh, that's right. She can't even gain leader. I just remembered, yeah, she can't even gain leader. So, we didn't even have to do that with her. She just gets back her infinite lives. No wonder why she had no other fighting arts. Makes more sense now that I think about it, right? I just can't... It's not an option to not gain a fighting art, right? If it's an option, I'll gain leader. But if it's not an option... Infinite lives... you cannot gain new fighting arts. Yep. Alright, there we go. That's why she has no disorders and no fighting arts. Okay, so that's fixed. We get back her innovation. We could actually do that now, but I think what we're going to do is now... try to finish off leather making, or the leather set, which we need the leather boots, which is a leather and a hide, and the mask, which is a leather and a scrap. So in order to, well, that would cost all of our hide. To finish off the leather, it would cost all of our hide. And I wouldn't be able to innovate anyway. Or build the Barber Surgeon. I thought about building Barber Surgeon. I think it's better to actually get all... I don't even think I have any scrap left, do I? No, I have one scrap and 2 iron. So I could spend the very last scrap. So I have 1 scrap and 2 iron. I think I just make the rest of the leather here. Just to finish off the leather set, because that's really what I need to. I need to focus on getting past the hand, and then getting past the butcher, because we're stopping at Watcher, so, or after the Watcher. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and make the rest of this leather then. So we'll spend the 1 here to leather make. All right. Leather making, spending 3 hide, so that's jiggling lard, mammoth hand times 2. Jiggling lard and 2 mammoth hands is 3 hide. We get 3 leather, and then I spend the 1 last scrap. We're out of scrap, which is not a good thing. We have a skull left as well, but that's not good. Being out of scrap is not good. To make the leather mask and the leather boots. So, leather mask and leather boots, which I do not have out. Okay, so leather mask, leather boots, we did make them. Before I go grab them, we might try to Gorm Climate. Just because. I could spend 2 organ just to see what happens. And maybe get super lucky. It's like a 9% chance or something like 7% chance of getting Gormite. But that's all I need. It's equivalent of trying to roll a nat 20. At the same time, I could get the life elixir, which would also be nice, or I could get one of the potions. So, I think I'm going to spend 2 organs to do the Gorm Climate. So, we're going to transmute here. It doesn't cost an endeavor. And then we can add, it will be 4 d10s, and we're looking for 37 plus. So I'll spend an acid gland and a stout kidney. So acid gland, stout kidney, and we're just going to roll 4 and hope we can get 37 plus. This is just absolutely ridiculous and a total waste of organs, but if I can get steadfast potion or life elixir, I guess that's also okay. So, here we go. That's really bad. That's like an 18. Yeah, it's really, really bad. It is an 18. Did I just get wisdom? I got wisdom potion, which is good, which is great. I never would have thought I would have got wisdom potion. Yeah, 18's wisdom potion. So here's the Gorm Climate. So, yeah, you spend 2 organs, then you roll. And we were trying for the Gormite, but wisdom potion's also good. So, let me grab the wisdom potion and what I say, the leather helm and the leather boots. You grab those. So we got the last of the leather skirt, our leather set, which is fine. So it's just those 2 things. Great. We use those a lot last season and everything. Pretty common. Wisdom potion, however, is really neat. So, wisdom potion. You play the showdown with the top of the hit location deck revealed. So that's amazing. So that's just going to go right to someone who can link it up. I don't know who can link it up. Actually, there's a lot of people who can link it up. But we might be able to get it to work here with someone. So, that's neat. The wisdom potion is really neat. Now, I have 2 endeavors left. I don't think there's any way for me to get courage. I know it was suggested that I try to do what was it? If I had scarification, you can get courage that way. I don't have scarification. I could have taken it, but instead I took bloodletting just in case. So bloodletting got a huge hit taken to it. Bloodletting was nice because you can what is it? You can cure a disorder of your choice from bloodletting. But in 1.6, you can just build the organ grinder and then do trepiding, which is like a lot better. So, yeah. The other thing is we're not going to do that right now. So, we're going to try to get courage, which now that I have the blacksmith, I think I can get courage from scrap scavenging. Right, I made weapon. Did I make weapon crafter last time? No, I always had weapon crafter. I special innovated scrap smelting. So, I can scrap scavenge with someone to try to get courage, or there's really nothing else I can really do to try to get courage. I really want to get whatchamacallit, matchmaker. But it's not looking like that's going to happen. So, this is just too unreliable. This is like a 10 plus to get courage that way. I really need to start thinking about ways to try to get courage. So, I guess we augury again, right? Plus 1 new result if your understanding is 3 or higher. Man, I just don't know if I want to augury. I'm trying to think who's going to tank the hand here. Well, Lee's going to go because she has a reroll. Kenna has to go. Tyson and Yisa, there's no real reason to send them out after the hand, so they're not going to go. I'm trying to think who is going to tank the hand. I mean, in all honesty, it might just be... Well, is there anybody who has 2 evasion or something? No one has 2 evasion. I mean, Arwen's possessed. She can't use survival, so I couldn't dodge with her. But I could send her out there just because who cares? Yeah, I mean, who cares? So I'll send Arwen out. Well... I guess. All right. I guess it's going to be Jack here. Actually, Patty should have 1 more understanding because of Graves. Okay. Jack. I guess you're going to go tank the hand. So, for you, you get to go drums. And you're going to gain Rhythm Chaser. The fighting art. So good for you, Jack. You're going to get Rhythm Chaser. So here's drums. Again, you can just spend an endeavor and you get Rhythm Chaser. So Rhythm Chaser is good. It gives you +1 evasion token on arrival, so that's good. So Jack is going to be the one who's going to be tanking. Perfect. Let's do augury with our last roll. And hope to just get intimacy, I guess. I mean, I don't even know if I really want to do intimacy because I'd rather be able to face paint before doing intimacy now. It's almost like an unnecessary risk to do this now. I have a lot of bone left. Really nothing I can make here. I guess I could just give someone else Rhythm Chaser. See, because someone else is going to have to start going out as well to replace Tyson. And Arwen is not going to be that person. I'm thinking the person who's going to actually start going out now and replacing Tyson was Aconitum or Atrium? Yeah, Atrium. Atrium is really good. So we're going to give Atrium Rhythm Chaser as well. So, yep, those are the people we're building up now to replace some of our other fighters. Or survivors, I mean. So, that's it. Didn't go as planned. Would have been nice to get that 1 extra. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered at all. Even that roll was so bad, but I got the Wisdom Potion. Even if I would have rolled a 10 on that roll, it still would have only been a 28. I need a 37 to get Gormite. But it would have been nice to get that out of the deck, innovation deck. So, next is the hand, which is going to be quite some fight. I might do that just I don't know what I'll do. Might just edit it down or speed up in the editing. I know a lot of people still want to watch the fight of the hand. But maybe I'll figure something out about the hand. So the hand is next. Jack will be taking that person, or taking. So, awesome. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the hand fight in the next Lantern Year.